Live events have been put on hold for months now because of the pandemic. That's why one organization is spreading awareness about the industry's plight by lighting landmarks across the city for the Global Red campaign. So what lies ahead for the local live event scene? Joining us tonight are the members of the National Live Events Coalition PH, Shakira Villa-Symes and Dennis Marasigan. Thank you so much for joining us, Shakira and Dennis. On the final word, first of all, Shakira, you're a freelance event and theater lighting designer. How big is the live events industry in the country?
The industry is enormous, employing more than 402,000 employees with more than 40,000 businesses and a gross revenue contribution of almost 221 billion pesos into the economy. It is a multi-sectoral industry, all catering to a live audience and a live experience. The sectors comprise of theater and the performing arts, corporate shows, activations, concerts, fashion shows, music festivals, and it has a large number of freelance production workers and technical service providers. So you can imagine the connected value chain that comes with each sector. Hence, it is a very big industry, Rico. An industry
Huge.
that was the first to close with the pandemic
Yeah.
and the last to restart.
I know. And Dennis, you are a theater arts specialist and professor. Just Shakira mentioned the numbers. This has really devastated the industry.
Yes, by our estimates, about 90% of the expected contribution to the national economy is foregone for 2020. And that's also the same number of workers that have been displaced. So about 90% of the workers in the live events industry. In fact, just yesterday, the Philippine Statistics Authority released data regarding the number of workers that have been displaced. Those coming from the recreation entertainment industry runs to about 73% displacement, which is twice as much as those in the next industries. So you can just imagine, no? If Shakira mentioned that there are like 400,000 jobs in the industry every year, so you're looking at a loss of about more than 360 jobs that have been lost because of the pandemic this year alone. And some of those businesses are not coming back.
Yes, many of them will not be coming back, and we don't know when you will restart these live events. But is there help on the way, Dennis, from the government?
One of the reasons why the National Live Events Coalition was actually founded was to find out what help can be gotten from the government. We're glad that because also of the initiatives by some of our legislators, the Bayanihan 2 Fund already has provisions for freelancers. And as Shakira mentioned, a lot of the workers in the live events industry are freelancers, so at least they will be able to get some assistance from the Bayanihan 2 package. And then there is some assistance that can be available also to small and medium-scale industries, also in the law. Aside from that, we're glad that the representations that NLEC has made with government departments like DTI, DOLE, and the NCCA are also bearing fruit. So that with our talks with DTI, they are more open and more willing to support the businesses in the live events industry. DOLE is willing to extend assistance to workers in the live events industry. So yes, there is some form of support. The difficulty that we're finding is that because the live events industry is really widespread,
It is widespread.
we sometimes have difficulty determining which sector really covers the live events industry. Sabi ng DOLE, teka muna, hindi ba entertainment kayo, hindi kayo sa labor?
Alright.
Sabi namin, punta namin sa NCCA, sabi,
Dennis,
teka, hindi lahat ng fields nyo covered namin. So that's the difficulty that we're having
I would like now to shift my attention to Shakira. In the medium and longer term, Shakira, how can the live events industry adjust to this post-COVID-19 world?
Well, we have made strides in crafting our safety protocols and guidelines, our guidelines with multi-platform events and virtual events. I mean, this is how we are going to cope post-pandemic. The mindset has been, we have to live with the virus around. We have to live with it. So we have to produce our shows in the safest way possible.
So over the past several months, like you, Shakira, being a theater lighting designer, have you had any projects?
I've had 3 projects actually. I had 3 multi-platform events. Multi-platform events are events with a live event spectacle, but with your audience being in the virtual background. So thankfully, I've had 3 events, and these virtual and multi-platform events are helping our industry, but on a small scale, at least around 20% of our industry is staying afloat thanks to the virtual and multi-platform events.
So, Dennis, what about yourself? Over the past few months during this lockdown, have you had any events? And how could this alliance with other national live events groups around the world help you in your cause?
Okay, yung first question about the recent months, I've been doing a lot of online performances. No, we can't really call it theater because theater requires a live audience with the performers. But we've been exploring various means of doing performances online, and we are actually happy with the fact that we have found alliances with various groups on online. In fact, as Shari experienced was that the other live events coalitions abroad thought that we were in their country and were actually when Shakira got actually an invitation to sign up for membership, they didn't realize that we were an alliance amongst ourselves and that we actually predated some of them. And so when we were able to make those connections, then it really became a worldwide initiative. And the Global Red was an initiative that's not only in the Philippines, but also in many places around the world. The lighting of buildings to call attention to the fact that the live events matter and that we're really going to be very much affected by the pandemic, more than probably other sectors.
We wish you all the best with your initiative. Shakira Villa-Symes and Dennis Marasigan from the National Live Events Coalition, Philippines.